And now there's this. Our next guest is a former F-16 pilot. He's a combat veteran, also now a top venture capitalist in the biotech industry. Joining us, Skip Fleshman, Asset Management Venture Partners. All right, Skip, first of all, thank you for your service in the military.
Yeah,
and now maybe we're on the verge of saying thank you for your service in helping to find cures for cancer and MS. Tell us how it's going.
Well, it's pretty interesting time for us. We're seeing so much innovation where technologies are applied into healthcare markets that there's just tremendous opportunities in this area. And our firm, we started investing in this sector, both healthcare and tech, back in 1965. So we have a long track record in applying technologies into healthcare markets.
By the same token, you just underscored, I think, the frustration of a lot of people. A lot of money, billions, perhaps even a lot more than that, right? If you add it all up, hundreds of billions of dollars, particularly towards a cancer cure for several decades. Are we any closer?
Yes, we're seeing some interesting technologies and breakthroughs in this sector. As many of us know, there are 1.7 million new diagnoses of cancer each year. And both on the diagnostic side and the treatment side, we're seeing the applications of technology really making a difference. One example might be a company named Freenome, which is making a lot of gains as far as early cancer detection, utilizing a lot of interesting data sets that they have.
Should the private sector be the one that finds this? You know, a lot of discussion here more recently about the role of the government funding, government responsibilities, or maybe lack thereof of R&D. Is there enough money out there and enough impetus, if you will, for the private sector ultimately to come up with the cures you're looking for?
Yes, just even taking Freenome as an example, they have a really inexpensive blood draw that can be utilized. They look at certain markers in the blood, and they can have the hope of being able to detect cancer at stage 1 level, which would save the system millions of dollars. If we can detect cancer early, it'll be a complete game changer for companies like that.
We've seen a lot of success on MS. And then it feels like maybe we've hit a pause here, but there's been a lot of success in that area over the years. Where are we there and some of the companies you're working with respect to addressing MS?
Well, I mean, MS is a very difficult area, but what I would say is we're making gains in other areas too. So just take setting cancer aside for a moment. Looking at chronic illness, a lot of companies out there are utilizing new data sets that they have, either tracking via phone. You can track people's food intake, their activity, and then combine that with genomic data or with medical record data. And then we can take the contextual piece, the behavioral piece, and actually influence outcomes in a very dramatic way. And this could be for chronic illness, such as respiratory illness, for a heart disease, or even other areas that are just that have a lot of need.
Well, thank you very much again. Keep us abreast. We appreciate again your service, but in the military. But this is something we've been hoping for a long time. So we appreciate your time.
Thanks, Charles.